Hello, SquirrelTribe. So listen, about a month ago, Elon Musk made a massive change to X, formerly known as Twitter. And today, my brain goes, oh, well, now I understand why he did this. Was it a preemptive thinking? Did he know that things were going to go just completely left? Or why did he do what he did when he did is the question to ask. But June 13th of 2024, Elon Musk made it so that on X, again, formerly Twitter, you could not see anybody's likes anymore. Your likes were private. It used to be on X, you could go through and anything you liked, anybody could see what you liked. And a lot of people had issues with it, I'm assuming. And so Elon, wanting to give people the freedom of speech or the ability to do things and stay unseen, I guess, which I don't really know if the two things go hand in hand, decided to make everybody's likes private. I haven't been on X in quite a while. So today when I jumped on, that's what I got. Your likes are now private. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting because I was not aware. Again, I don't get on X that often because I'm not going to lie. I know how to use social media and stuff, but X is extremely confusing to me. Like, it's one of the things where I feel like I need to ask a teenager how to do it. So I don't generally use it. My husband, though, Kevin247 on YouTube, uses X or Twitter, whatever, all the time. And he was explaining to me how a lot of times you're going to find newer news and information on there that is actual factual news as opposed to what the medias want you to believe. And so I've been getting on there more and more, right? But today when I saw this, I was like, well, that's good timing because right now we have so many people who are losing their jobs over postings that they are doing on social media and other things. I don't know if you guys have heard of Tenacious D. It's a band with Jack Black and Kyle Gass. They make music, right? They've been in this band together since like 1994. Jack Black, I'm a fan of him in a lot of the roles he has played. I liked him in School of Rock. I liked him in Shallow Hal. I like him in a lot of different things. And they were on stage. I don't know what city it was in. They were on stage and it was Kyle Gass's birthday. And so they sang happy birthday and they said, Kyle, what's your birthday wish? And he said on stage in front of all these people with people recording that he next time I don't know exactly how he phrased it, but something along the lines of next time I hope they don't miss, speaking of the assassination attempt against Trump. At which point Jack Black was like, nope, we're not doing this. So Jack Black, although he is left-leaning, I see him in pictures all the time with Barack Obama, with Biden, and wearing pride flags and all these things. I believe he is a Democrat. I believe he is very left-leaning, but I also believe he's still a decent human being. You can still be a decent human being and believe in a different politician or side than somebody else, right? And Jack Black, being a decent human being, decided that he is canceling the rest of Tenacious D's concert tour because he does not believe in promoting violence and hate speech and things like that. And so what his bandmate Kyle Gass did on stage, it did not sit well with him. And I commend him for that. There are plenty of people out there right now who are losing their jobs because they want to voice their opinion. But here's the thing, voicing your opinion is one thing, but literally trying to incite hate or trying to incite violence is another. You have, let's see here, I know you guys have heard of the Pennsylvania police chief, not to be confused with the gentleman Corey who lost his life at the Trump rally, who was, Trump, the attempted assassination against Trump did not work the way they had planned, but it did unfortunately cost the gentleman behind him his life, 50-year-old Corey Camperad. I'm going to screw his last name up, so I'm not going to try. He had just retired from being a fire chief, and it's absolutely awful. But another fireman in Pennsylvania posted something on social media along the lines of, I wish they hadn't missed, he's deserved, blah, 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 talking about Trump. And now he has had to resign. Numerous people have posted. You have school employees, restaurant workers, political aides have all lost their jobs because of posting this hateful rhetoric to social media. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was video footage outside of the RNC, the Republican National Convention that's going on right now in Milwaukee. Today is the last day. We'll get into that in just a second. And there were people outside holding signs up and making comments about they hope that the people who were going in saying that they hoped that their daughters got raped and things like this because, the Republican side wants to ban abortion. And so the left side, the liberal progressive side, wants to make it so anybody can willy-nilly just go in and get things taken care of if they didn't take care of things themselves, ahead of time. Birth control or the pill or abstinence or something else. However you feel about abortion, that's completely on you. That to me is a very hot topic for a lot of people, especially for women, because there are instances where things are not asked for, where force has been used, and situations can arise from that. And I personally feel that that is a completely different topic and should have its own discussion when it comes to abortion rights. But you have these people from the left standing outside telling these men and women walking in that they hope their daughters get raped. What kind of trash do you have to be to hope that on somebody? That is absolutely horrific. And that's the problem. Those are the people who are talking the loudest, and those are the ones who are giving the left or Democrats such a bad name. And then again, you have Jack Black come out and say, hey, listen, I don't condone this. So you do have voices of reason in the Democratic Party. Another voice of reason, surprisingly, and it's really weird to say out loud, Nancy Pelosi. It is very weird to say Nancy Pelosi and sane and voice of reason in the same sentence. But according to this, Pelosi has told some House Democrats she believes Biden can be convinced soon to exit the presidential race. The former speaker left her leadership post or whatever in 2022. Whose nephew, Gavin Newsom, is destroying California currently. She still wields enormous clout, weirdly. She told California Democrats and some members of House leadership that she thinks President Biden is getting close to deciding to abandon his presidential bid. Some Democrats fear that by staying in, Biden will end up handing the White House to Donald Trump, 3 Democratic officials said. So it's not even like, they want Biden to leave because they realize that he is cognitively not there and able to do this. It's because they feel like him staying on the ballot is going to give the win, the next presidential next presidential win to Donald Trump. It has nothing to do with them worrying about who is best for the country or them caring about what is best for you and I. It is literally them caring about Donald Trump not winning. Anybody but Donald Trump. That's how it feels to them. They would rather take Biden out and put somebody else in, which obviously you want somebody in your own political party in there who can win, right? But at the same time, if that's not feasible, if taking Biden out is not feasible, shouldn't they still come out and say, hey, listen, I know that we're on separate sides here, different sides of the coin, but our side of the coin mentally is no longer viable as a president. So in order for the country to run correctly, you should probably vote the other way, because if you vote for Biden and something goes even worse, then you've got Kamala Harris, and that's not going to be great either. But I do think it's interesting that you have so many Democratic leaders now coming out saying, listen, Biden can't do this. He needs to go. We need somebody else in here. We need him to step down or take his name off the ballot. Because there is a difference. I do believe. I am not a political analyst. I do not have all the knowledge when it comes to politics. I am learning as I go. And you guys are allowing me to learn here with you, which I highly appreciate, especially how you guys jump in the comments and help inform me and others of certain things that I may be confused on or ignorant about, or just stuff that really helps everybody learn a little bit more, right? But hello, lost train of thought. This is why we're called Squirrel Tribe, because my brain just flits off every once in a while. Where was I going? Bring it back, Michelle. You can do it. No. Oh, that's what I was saying. Okay, so anyway, good Lord. So Biden, if he were to take his name off the ballot to be the next president, it doesn't automatically mean that Kamala Harris goes on the ballot. They can pick somebody else. The Democratic Party can pick somebody else. I do believe they'll end up picking Gavin Newsom if Biden decides to take his name off the ballot, right? But if Biden were to step down from the presidency right now to say, I can't do this anymore, then Kamala Harris goes in as president. And then I believe she is automatically on the ballot for 2025 through 29, technically, president, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. If I am incorrect, please let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So they would rather take him off the ballot than ask him to step down. And that to me is a good sign. That to me means that Democrats see that Kamala Harris is not ready to be a president. She's honestly not even ready to be a vice president. I don't know what she has done for anything, but the fact that they want him to take his name off the ballot as opposed to step down says two things. One, they know that she can't do it. Two, They want somebody else in there who could do more. And that's actually even scarier in my personal opinion, because you don't know who it's going to be. And I do believe personally, if they do this, it would be Gavin Newsom. And the way he has destroyed California, I fear for our country personally. Okay. Other people may feel differently. Some people may be like, yay, Newsom, we love him. I don't know who. There might be one or two, but I don't know who. But that's what that is. So today is the last day of the RNC, the Republican National Convention, and you have Donald Trump will be taking the stage tonight to basically accept his nomination for the 2024 Republican presidential nominee on the ballot. That's how that goes. According to this, former president and 2024 Republican presidential nominee is expected to give a speech tonight, Thursday night, between 9 and 10:30 p.m. Central Time. That's the time zone I am in. So you're at, if it's 9 to 10:30 here, man, that's late. Then you're at 10. Nope. I think it goes the other way. When it's 9 o'clock here, it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, no. So between 10 and 11:30 p.m. Eastern time, then you're between, I'm trying to do the math, 8 to 9:30 p.m. Mountain time, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm pretty sure it's very hard for me to go negative and backwards with all the times, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Now, according to the Washington Examiner, he was originally going to present his speech in a fiery tone, similar to those delivered at campaign rallies, but after Saturday's assassination attempt, he said he would focus on national unity, stating it's a chance to bring the whole country, even the whole world together, which I think is amazing that he wants to look at this as a unifying experience as opposed to a look what they tried to do to me and even more separation, which says a lot about the man in my personal opinion. Yes, there's not, hold on, slow it down, Michelle. There are things about Trump and his policies that I don't like. There are things about Biden and his policies I don't like. There's going to be something about every single president or every single candidate that somebody's going to dislike. You're never going to 100% like everything and agree with everything. They have all done things that we do not agree with at one time or another in their lives, in their business dealings, or in their political dealings. Nobody is 100% perfect, and nobody is 100% what you want in a presidential candidate. It comes down to who has the most of what you want for your country and for your family, not who looks better in a red hat or who looks better in a blue blazer, right? That's not how it works. It comes down to who is best for the job at hand, because at the end of the day, the president of the United States is a job, and you need somebody in that job who is competent, who can do that job to the best of their ability, that does the best job for the country, not for corporations, not for other countries, not for friends and family, but for everybody, you and I and every single person in this country, right? And so at the end of the day, that's who you have to vote for, who you think is going to do that job the best. So I think it's interesting that you have so many people. The reason I brought up the whole entire Jack Black thing and the Tenacious D thing is my daughter and I were watching shorts on YouTube. She likes to watch a bunch of YouTube stuff while I'm cooking dinner. And so she had one on yesterday, and it was one of those, and I think it's stupid. It's like a TikTok trend for some reason, where you pretend that somebody has died, like a celebrity or a singer, and you go, oh no, mom, oh no. And you like try to get a reaction out of them, which to me is shitty. No, you know what I mean? Side note, Bob Newhart died today, 94 years old, I believe. The Bob Newhart show, I used to watch that when I was little. I love him as Papa in Elf. I think he called him Papa in the movie Elf with Will Ferrell. But he passed away today at 94. There's been a lot of deaths lately. So when they're doing these jokes, oh no, Bon Jovi, or they've done Denzel Washington, they've done Barack Obama, they've done all these other ones. And then, people are like, no. And they get really emotional because they have these emotional ties to these people, whether they are politicians, actors, singers, whatever. But one came on and it was oh no, Donald Trump dead at whatever age they said and whatever. And this woman comes flying around the corner, just happy as all get out. She's like, don't lie to me. Are you serious? And my very first thought was, ew, ma'am, ew. Like, have a little bit of coof. Like, come on, that is disgusting. At no point in time, however you feel about somebody, should you ever be excited about the death of somebody like that. Like, ma'am, your seat in hell is waiting. Like, what are you doing? Like, it was absolutely disgusting. And so when I saw the thing today, the article today about Tenacious D and about all these people technically on the left side getting fired for having this just like disturbing joy at the fact that somebody tried to assassinate Donald Trump, I was like, why is this where we are as a country? And I needed to have this conversation with y'all because I need you to help me understand, because I personally don't understand. There are people I do not like. There are people that I, if I heard bad things about them, I'd be like, might deserve it. But I would never in life be like, woohoo. I would always try to help somebody, no matter how I feel about their political preference or whatever else, or who they are. If somebody is literally laying there dying, I'm going to try to help you. I don't care who you are. I don't want somebody's death to be on my hands, and I don't want to be overjoyed at somebody dying. Like, it makes no sense to me. And I feel like we keep seeing more and more of, unfortunately, certain political party participants who are joyous at the fact that somebody tried to kill a man. And not even acknowledging the fact that a man did die in the process of that. That to me is heartless. I don't care what your political affiliation is. That is heartless. It makes you a shitty human being no matter what. Just so we're all aware and on the same page, shitty. Yeah. So that's that. I will be paying attention to the RNC tonight to see how it all ends. I am going to also pay attention to the Democratic National Convention out of Chicago when it happens in August, because again, you have to pay attention to both sides. But I do find it very interesting that right now there's nobody campaigning for Biden that I have seen. I don't see anybody out there going, vote for Biden, woohoo. I looked at Biden's page, I don't know what it's called, on X, and the things he's posting, he posted about how he spoke at the 115th NAACP convention in Las Vegas on Tuesday, and then, was super excited about the fact he's walking around hugging people, touching people, coughing on people, and then, 5 minutes later gets diagnosed with COVID or whatever, and then had to skip the Hispanic Univision whatever thing he was going to do because now he's sick. I was looking at his X or Twitter feed, and he I don't know who posts for him. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's somebody else, but whoever is doing his X feed, that sounds gross. They come across as very heartless. I'm not a fan at all of whoever's doing his stuff. Like, I'm not a fan of Biden to begin with, but I don't like the way the stuff he is posting is literally just pointing negative fingers at Trump, as opposed to pointing positive fingers towards himself, saying, hey, this is what I have done. This is what I want to do. This is what I would do for the country. It's all ew, 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 pointing fingers at Elon Musk and talking crap. And it's like, sir, you do know you're on his platform while you run your mouth. Maybe think that through. And then pointing fingers at Trump for this and that and that. Bro, you need new people helping you over there, because if you step back and look at it, it feels like everybody's trying to dig a hole for Biden, right? Like, everybody's working at making him seem as incompetent as he is and making it so people dislike him. It feels like that's what they're doing. And I don't know if it's because they want to replace him on the ballot or because they see the writing on the wall that Republicans are about to win and take over and they're trying to save face, It's a very interesting time that we are living in right now. That's all I have to say. So pay attention to what's going on around you. Completely off topic, speaking of paying attention to what's going on around you. My husband and my daughter and I had to go to the store today. And we're at the store. And just yesterday, I made a video that said, don't judge a book by its cover. And today, I was so guilty of judging a book by its cover. So guilty. It is 95 degrees where I live in Florida. All right. And we're in the store and we're walking towards the checkout. And towards us comes a man. And if you've ever seen The Matrix, you know exactly what Neo looked like. All black, black trench coat, black sunglasses, black boots, everything. This man starts walking towards us, looking like Neo. And I said, skirt, skirt. And I said, child, go down this aisle. And I said, go to the right. We skirted around him because he stood out in a very negative way to me. Because in my mind, I'm picturing black trench coat, sunglasses on, wearing all black in a place where it does not belong at all. I'm like, I'm not getting shot today. No siree, not happening. And not with my child here. So we skirted around it. And for half a second, I felt bad. I'm like, listen, I'm letting myself judge a book by its cover. That cover looked real threatening. So that's maybe on him. I don't know. nobody got shot. Nothing happened. He checked out and then he left the store. But it was one of those things where I was like, you know, kind of like when you see somebody climbing up on a roof with a rifle. You don't want to be part of that. Yet, you know, that's all I'll say. Could have been avoided. They chose not to let it be avoided. I avoided the situation that could have been a possible situation. Work smarter, not harder, right? So hopefully the RNC goes well tonight and there's no issues. It is last night. Trump will be on stage. I am fingers crossed that there's not anything stupid that's going to transpire. I'll be watching just to be on the safe side, and we can talk about it tomorrow if you guys want. If not, we'll talk about something else. Y'all let me know in the comments if you want to switch over to non-politics tomorrow, because I got so many things I want to talk about. So I love you all immensely, Squirrel Tribe. Thank you for letting me have this conversation with you. As always, I appreciate you very much, and I hope you all have a fabulous evening, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.